Today, I will be spending the night alone in the Utah desert. I will be venturing deep into remote, uninhibited land to an area I have only ever seen on Google Earth. With a storm surrounding the area, I will be forced to take my chances and set out down a long, unfamiliar dirt road. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Johnny Out West here. Today, we're going to be doing some dispersed camping. So I have driven out to northeastern Utah. So the temperatures tonight are going to be in the high 20s. So a little bit of a chilly night. We do have to drive down some dirt roads to get to this camping area. I have never been here, so I really don't know where I'm going. The one issue that we are dealing with right now is the weather. We pretty much have rain clouds all around us, and it looks like the forecast is calling for rain now. So that is kind of the troublesome thing at the moment. Fingers crossed that we're going to be all right, and then we'll get to our campsite successfully. So stay tuned. Let's do it. Alrighty, so just got to the dirt road. Yeah, this is where the adventure really begins, so wish me luck here. Though I was trying to keep my spirits high, I was nervous. Heading down a totally foreign dirt road with a storm growing on the horizon. I knew there was a chance I could be stuck in the car for the evening with no way out, but at this point, I was all in on this excursion. Alright, y'all, so I think we have made it to the campsite for tonight. I kind of just drove down this long dirt road to a pin that I had dropped, kind of an area that I found, and I think it looks pretty sweet. I mean, there's absolutely nobody out here. I didn't see anybody on the drive in here. It's extremely remote, and it's just me, so pretty exciting, and we have some amazing views over here just across the river. So pretty sweet. I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up the campsite and start to get settled in. With less than a couple of hours of daylight left, I began to build my source of heat and cooking for the evening. I needed to create some tinder and kindling, so I started to break down some of my logs. I like to have a variety of log sizes, as the smaller pieces tend to burn easier when I want to build my fire back up, while the larger logs, of course, burn slower and longer. Next, it was time for the tinder, the fine wood shavings that will start the fire. I'm still working on my technique here, and this definitely would have been easier if I had a more agile blade like a pocket knife. There are many ways to construct a campfire, but I wanted to do this sort of log cabin style. Simple and well ventilated, so plenty of oxygen is flowing through the wood fuel. Alright, so I'm no real expert here, but I think I have a little bit of technique. I tried my best to create some tinder, and I'm gonna try and get all of this tinder that I made as close together as possible. Alright, so you can see we got, a good little bit of tinder in there. All right, got a little something going. Now that the tinder was burning, I just needed to add some kindling before the fire was sustained. sun setting behind the horizon, the temperatures were beginning to drop. It was safe to say that for the rest of the evening, I would be close by the fire. Well, got our fire built. Took me a little bit of time there. As you can kind of see, we have a gorgeous sunset behind us. There's just enough opening in the cloud coverage to see that sunset, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. This is my first time doing this kind of thing solo. So coming out here, totally honest, I was a bit nervous. In the morning heading out, I was super excited. On the drive here, listening to music, having a ton of fun, feeling great, nice weather. And then I get here and it's all cloudy, and now it's looking like it's gonna rain. And I was just feeling nervous, and I was like, the fun went away, and driving out here just a little eerie. But yeah, now that we have this beautiful sunset and we have a nice, comforting, warm fire going, I'm having a great time. It's funny how that works. It's still going to be interesting for me to be out here alone, just because there's absolutely nothing out here. No one. It's so barren. So, it's a really awesome experience. I'm very excited to be doing this, and I just look forward to doing this so much more. But I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna live in the moment. In a little while, I will cook dinner. I had a late lunch, so I'm not very hungry. So dinner's gonna be a little later. But for now, just gonna kind of enjoy now that we're kind of set up for the most part. Well, as you can see, the sun is just about finished setting, and I'm not building the fire too aggressively right now because I just want to make this wood last as long as I can. So it is now almost 7 p.m. and it is just about to fall below 40 degrees, so fire's feeling good. I'm kind of choosing to keep it on the smaller end right now just because I want to make this wood last as long as possible. I probably won't fall asleep until midnight or so. It looks like there's actually a little bit of snow on the forecast, but nothing here right now. So I think I might just kind of chill for a little bit while I get my appetite. Maybe read my book a little bit. It's called The Roadside Geology of Utah. So it's all about Utah geology, which is something that I definitely want to start to learn more about. Yeah, I'm excited to start reading this, and then as I kind of explore Utah, I'll get to have some background knowledge as to what I'm looking at and how it all came to be. So that's kind of cool. And I can share my knowledge that you may or may not already know. So anyways, yeah, just kind of hanging out for now. We're set up. We're pretty comfortable. Might throw on another layer at some point, but for right now, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty comfy, holding up. So, all right, everybody. So time to prep dinner here, huh? All right. So first, I'm gonna prep some of these Brussels sprouts. I must say, it's getting pretty freaking cold out, to be honest. Let's get some of these potatoes prepped. Alright, perfect. Potatoes and Brussels sprouts, good to go. Alright, so what I had in mind is I would put these logs on either side of the coals, and then I would put the cast iron on top of these logs and let the coals cook from under. So I don't know how well this is going to work. Ow. But guess we can try it out, right? This will be what we're cooking over. Alright, so I'm going to get the cast iron over this stuff. And that'll be good. Okay, so we got the cast iron over the flames. Pop a little olive oil in there. Get that stuff going. Get some salt and pepper. Alrighty. Gonna let this stuff go for a little bit. Then we'll get the steak on there soon. Now for the main attraction. I'm gonna season this puppy up. Oh, that makes a whole lot of sense. Now we're gonna pop a little bit of butter up in here. Oh, and that's gonna be sizzling over here. Get some garlic in there. Alright, there we go. A little more butter. Wow. Oh my God. Potatoes are insanely good. So nice. Okie dokie. Here we go, baby. Dinner is served. And it's looking great. Probably overcooked this steak. Wow, that looks amazing. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Because this smells so good. Hell yeah. So good. Hitting the spot. Well, cool thing is that sky cleared up, stars came out, and pretty amazing. Definitely gonna be sweet when I turn that light off and I'm just looking up at the stars. Because let me tell you what, out here, stars are like none other. My God, like the flavor is just incredible. Over the coals, I mean, unmatched. It's really, really good. Temperature-wise, I'm doing okay. It's cold out here, but by the fire, warm meal, totally fine. You know, I have long johns under my pants. I have a sweatshirt on under this Carhartt. So, you know, I got layers, but I'm comfy. Definitely build this fire up a little bit once I finish eating. Feels so good. Very, very content right now. As I sat contently by the fire with a full stomach, I began to reflect on something that struck me from my book. Something quite simple, actually. The book talked about how much of our lives in today's society have been determined by geology, how it's dictated where we've placed towns, cities, highways, and so on. It was interesting because it often feels like our surrounding geology, rocks, mountains, canyons, just exists around us, when really it's the other way around, and more like we exist around it, with all of our much more temporary creations, all at the mercy of our powerful environment. Alrighty, so this is the last of the campfire, slowly dying out. It is just after midnight, and we're just enjoying the remainder of the fire. So this is our bed setup. That's what we're working with. And gonna head in there in just a minute. Alright guys, so we are now in the car. We're bundled up in the sleeping bag. Already feeling pretty warm in the sleeping bag, so that's good. We're calling it a night. So hopefully gonna try and get to bed pretty soon, and we'll see you in the morning. Good night. That morning, I was greeted by a breathtaking prehistoric landscape. Good morning, everyone. It is about 30 degrees and we got some wind here, so it's pretty cold right now. Let's see, how did I sleep? Not great. So for some reason my sleeping pad was not holding air. I guess there's a leak in it. So I didn't really have much padding that I was sleeping on, so I was kind of tossing and turning, waking up probably on a half an hour to hourly basis throughout the night. So not the most rested right now, but hey, look, you got to wake up to this. So I can't complain too much. These rock formations over here are just so cool. They're unbelievable. It's funny to think that once upon a time, I was not so fond of the wilderness, of being alone, of the dark. But now it seems like every time I set out into the backcountry or the mountains or the desert, I fall in love with it all a little more. And now when I leave and go home, I start to get the itch to get back out there and explore a little more.